Hello viewers and welcome back to Men of War Assault Squad 2. It would seem as though we've already finished the German campaign for now, I guess. I mean, it is open beta. So we're going to switch to the US of A side, and we're going to play the Hürtgen Forest battle. So with that sort of said, let us begin and let us play through that. I mean, so far I've been just sort of messing around with the game, and I've actually noticed that there is a Steam Workshop section of the title where you can actually download new skirmish battles, so maybe we'll even see some of the custom ones like that a little bit later on. Let's see what goes on inside Hürtgen Forest, though.
Major, thank goodness you've arrived. The Germans are charging our position. We must hold it at all costs.
Alright, well, looks like, yeah, I'm really liking the variants inside these skirmish missions. I mean, they all have a degree of, you know, difference inside them, which is really rather nice coming from the first one. Alright, well, I mean, this one looks fairly easy. All we had to do is just defend this location for an amount of time, and from the looks of it, I mean, we have tons of infantry here, so I'm not really sure if that'll be a problem. Speaking of which, are these ammunition? Oh, perfect. These, well, maybe not. I was under the impression that these crates, you could actually access them and check out the stuff inside them, but maybe not, which is rather unfortunate. Anyhow, as I was saying, I was fairly surprised at the amount of skirmish missions available, especially due to the variants inside the missions. I think I've already said this once, but inside the original game, the skirmish missions were literally 3 lines of just victory points or control points that you had to capture, so they were fun. I mean, the settings for the battles are really rather nice, but they were sort of boring after a bit of time. Anyhow, I have a feeling that our guys are able to just sort of defend this location just sort of as is, so I think I'll just sort of speed through this part. The thing about this this particular battle here, the Hürtgen Forest scenario, I think this one is actually supposed to be the tutorial mission of sorts for the skirmish mode, just sort of in general. So with that sort of said, maybe this will be a bit of a faster battle like Charkov. Anyhow, in reality, this battle happened shortly after. Oh, okay, that's nice. Slightly worried about that armored vehicle, but anyhow, this battle happened slightly after Market Garden.
Reinforcements have arrived.
It was before Bastogne, but it was after Market Garden, and Market Garden was effectively the Allied paratroopers and the British forces trying to go around the Siegfried line, which was the strip of land, essentially protected by a ton of bunkers and stuff. So, anyhow, it looks like
Your troops are now tasked with advancing into enemy positions. We are counting on you.
So anyhow, as I was saying, Hürtgen Forest was when I think the Allies managed to find a bridge over the Rhine River into Germany, and this is sort of their advance using
here are
it.
some good spots to take cover as you advance on enemy positions.
Yeah, it looks like this is the tutorial mission for this game, so this should be fairly fast. And yeah, the original skirmish battles inside the campaign were literally this, where it's like, if you notice on this mini-map here, it's sort of like just line after line after line.
Good luck.
So, it was pretty much just a bigger version of this. With that sort of said, we should be able to do this one fairly fast. So let's begin. Now we have looks like we aren't able to buy our own troops, unfortunately. So instead, what I want our guys to do here is, I see a lot of wrecked vehicles over here, and you can just rip off pretty much everything inside this game, which makes it really rather unique. So with that sort of said, machine guns are absolutely wonderful inside this game. Oh, perfect. We also get a second squad of infantry. So what I want to do here is that I just want to find all of those jeeps that the Germans have sort of left for us, and I want to strip off all of the MGs off of them, because I mean, you can just take these and use them, right? Might as well. There we go. Another one over here. And I'm too lazy to strip out all the ammunition, so that's another one. And now we have a MG toting little 2 squads of infantry, a platoon of infantry pretty much. Alright, so our guys are well equipped. The Germans looks like they have a nice little fortified line here. But I'm not seeing any anti-tank guns, but I see something over here. Or at least according to the... there we go. A little vehicle. So worried that might be an anti-tank gun. So anyhow, looks like the game wants us to attack from this angle, so we will. Quite a little bit of cover. They have a lot of machine guns over there, that's why. I think I'll directly control our vehicle here, just use the game settings like that. And I'll try to blow up these machine guns, but in reality I'd probably try to run over them, just simply because you could in the inside the multiplayer. So, that MG should be just sort of, we should probably shield our infantry a little from those MGs, so I think I'll just leave the vehicle right there. Those guys should be getting behind the cover. And these guys should advance as well, and in a little bit we will start to hobble over and get really into the enemy's lines over here. Yeah, unfortunately the tank has some problems with the pathing. There we go. Laying down a nice battery of fire. I think I'll get a few of our guys to just sort of run forward here. AI is smart enough to sort of lob its own grenades over at places. There's actually melee animations inside the game. If you just notice there, the guy sort of punched the German troop over there. It's not too noticeable, but it does happen inside the game, and at times it does happen on its own. Alright, so first line of trenches looks clear. Squeeze all of our guys in here. That MG just simply can't deal with all of these guys sort of rushing in at once. And let's just really continue this advance. Yeah, so as you can probably tell, we've played quite a little bit of this game already, and the advancing portion is just terribly easy, especially because I think we did the missions in, because they're all fairly available right now. I think we did them in sort of the reverse order, so we did the harder 2 missions first. So with that sort of said, I apologize, folks, for just sort of breezing through these missions right here. So there we go. A lot of our guys just sort of rolling forward. Ooh, perfect. Did we get a tank now? Liking how the tank is just going. Oh, yeah, it is going to just drive through everything.
Major, the enemy knocked out one of our tanks nearby. See if we can repair and recover this armor. It will go a long way to ensure our victory.
Yep, this is truly the tutorial scenario for the game. Alright, so I suppose we're supposed to learn about repairing the tanks, which is a critical portion of the game. But from our video about Silo Heights, I mean, inside that one, I repaired like practically half of what the Russians sent us. So I mean, that's sort of that. Oh, how nice! We get a little box of ammunition now. How nice. Alright, so this guy needs, yeah, just a ton of ammunition like that. Inside the original assault squad, there used to be grenades inside these ammunition drops, and what you could do with them is that they would literally give you like 50 smoke grenades, and you could just make a wall of smoke in which your troops just sort of assaulted through, and it was like, don't get me wrong, it was incredibly cheap, but it was incredibly effective at the same time. At some of the harder levels on like, the brutal difficulties, like these skirmish battles would eventually get pretty damn hard. So with that sort of said, like, I think for one of the Japanese missions where all you really had was just like Allied infantry or US infantry and stuff, it was a completely viable tactic just to bombard everything with smoke and just sort of charge your guys slowly up at like that. I mean, all of these missions are co-op, so that's sort of what I did in one of them. Looks like we have to heal that tank commander. Now those flak troops over here, they're fairly lethal against vehicles. So we'll get that Greyhound set back up. And in the meantime, we will just roll forward. I'll get our guys to surge forward and just give it to them over here. And that was easy. I was sort of expecting, you know, like a brief exchange of gunfire, but that works too. Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of miscellaneous items, and the binoculars there do actually work, but I'm rather surprised that there's so many of these smoke grenades. These are apparently ammunition drop smoke grenades, so maybe the developer just sort of forgot about this, but we'll throw them out and we'll see what really happens with them. Oh, they actually work. Okay, fair enough. I don't really know what I was expecting, to be frank. I mean, what will I do with all of this ammunition? Yeah, this these are sort of like the ammunition drops I was talking about. Like this one came with 10 smoke grenades. Came with a lot of mines and other crap too. And then the smoke one begins. So yeah, you could just do this and pretty much form your own little smoke tunnel towards the enemy lines, which is kind of cool. But anyhow, as soon as our vehicles are repaired here, I think we'll just sort of move forwards. In the meantime, our troops will just sort of be shielded by the smoke. What do they have over here? Do they have any anti-tank guns? Is what I'm wondering. Doesn't look like it. Alright, that is good. What that means is that we should be able to sweep the enemies' lines over there and just go right through them. So long as those anti-tank guns are sort of dealt with, our troops should be able to advance here. If we had a mortar, we could actually use all of the ammunitions inside them. Unfortunately, we don't. So we will just get our guys to sort of rush through here.
Got it, sir.
Oh, they might have some Panzerschrecks though, so I don't want to advance my Greyhound here that far. I recall there were a few bazookas inside that little cutscene. So we've advanced up to this tank, and we'll get some of the guys armed with only the Garand rifles to jump into the tank, I suppose. Alright, so there we go. The tank's actually functioning. I was under the impression that we would have to repair the hull first, but that works too. So we'll get that tank going in no time, seeing as though there's no major damage towards it. And our infantry will just sort of sweep forwards here, I suppose. I wonder if we can nab this MG. Oh, that's gonna run our day right there. Oh, we can man the MG. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's on a 360 swivel, and it makes it so our guys can just go through the ground. That machine gun is magical. So that's good. Alright, so that should be the second line right there. Looks like we've cleared out this area in no time, so I think I'll just get everybody here to press the advance. And there we go. So that'll be that line done nicely.
We've captured a strategic position.
Ah, so now we should be able to buy some units, which is kind of cool too. We can buy some Stuart light tanks and some other stuff. So let's see what the enemy is. Oh, perfect. They're sending us another ammo box. Let's see what we had to go through over here.
Excellent job. You've repaired and manned our lost tank. That should give the Germans a nice little surprise.
Looks like the enemy, yeah, the enemy has one anti-tank gun, but nothing major, nothing that'll stop the, ooh, that's interesting. Nothing that'll stop the Sherman tank over here. And yeah, so I think what we can do here is that, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to stack a ton of infantry at our zones, even buy a flamethrower here. That thing looks kind of cool.
We must eliminate it.
And I'm going to get our guys to just sort of launch a little counter, like, you know, not a counter assault, but a major assault in just a little bit. See how many troops I can just sort of pile in here. Yeah, that's a fairly unique tank. I see it as the H variant of the Panzer series. So the H line of Panzer tanks themselves, they have the highest armor, but it's only mounted with an infantry support gun, which is rather interesting. Want to knock out this little gun thing. Yeah, what you can typically do with these anti-tank guns is that you can hit it with armor-piercing ammunition, because you usually just don't have enough time to change ammunition types. Once you sort of hit it once, you can then drive up to it and knock it out with the HE, is what I usually do in multiplayer. So that's a nice little tidbit. I think from what I remember, the AP rounds actually have a higher range too. Alright, so our infantry is starting to move up here, so I think I'll launch our little assault. Speaking of which, all the gun batteries should be down now too. So I think what I'll do is that I'll just move the Greyhound over here and the Stuart light tank to keep track of the bunkers pretty much, so to sort of play nanny with those. And in the meantime, our infantry is just going to surge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't ever do this in multiplayer games, because it will not work out. But seeing as how we're playing Skirmish, this will work out. Yeah, all I plan on doing is just grabbing our infantry and just sweeping forward like that. The infantry are smart enough to, I mean, do practically all the work by themselves if you just give them enough cover. Let's get our troops up here in this bunker location to provide some support. They should be able to support the troops down on the line here. And this central position looks like it's being covered by quite a little bit of fire. So we're going to need to flank that location. Let's get our infantry to rush, take these trenches, and I'll pop a grenade for that MG. And I want to just rush through the middle of the map here with all of the infantry that's sort of just here. These guys should really be moving up. These guys. Everybody needs to come up here.
Got it, sir.
There we go. Now things are going. So our guys need to just surge into these trenches, just take them off.
I need help. Fire in infantry. Fire off my commando. Fire shots. Yes.
And look at that. You know, I think we've pretty much taken this place in record time. There we go. Nice little American flag, and that should be this line of defense.
Major, set up defenses around our new field HQ. Reports indicate that enemy forces will try to retake this position shortly.
Ah, perfect. You know, I should have saved those smoke drops from that officer. It would have been really rather useful to have all of that mines and stuff now.
Yes, sir.
So we've gained some points here to spend. I think I'll buy one of these Maxim AAs just to sort of try them out. Buy an M1 AT gun, and that's pretty much it. We have a blob of infantry pretty much. So, ooh. Yes. Is this... Oh, it's AI controlled. That would have been kind of cool to use that Bofors gun that was just sort of laying by.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Alright, so... Oh, this is actually nice. We have this large warehouse area onto the side of our positions. And it looks like we have free reign to pretty much defend our positions so long as it's sort of on this map. What I think I'll do is that I'll just grab some of these infantry troops, and I'll just sort of smother the the front line positions over here.
Got it, sir.